from guerrilla war from back in pre-Persian days, yeah. Yeah, that's when it, uh, Darius bows to Syrian guerrillas, Alexander the Great tactics against the Asiatic. So evidently the Asiatics was given, that's why Alexander got on by, He didn't stop in Afghanistan like everybody else. He did stop for a minute, but he went on to India. Hannibal's victory over Alpine guerrillas, Rome, colonial wars, the war of Spartacus, Caesar, and somebody else. Okay, all the way back. They go back to Fabian, they go back to all these people. And it's a wonderful book. And it's true. They wanted us to go to become a military organization to fight a guerrilla warfare here in the United States. I said, I love this. So what I did, I just changed it. I said, you got to figure out, it's simple, what type of environment we living in. That's where psychological guerrilla warfare came in. I just took every principle they got down here, all through this whole book, and changed it to psychological. And it worked. It worked. All of a sudden, the Steve Emerson investigative project catches radical Islamic cleric on tape supporting terrorism. And he lays out, you can see the whole entire tape of Hannity program here. The whole Hannity tape made Hannity look like a fool, right? When will Abdul Alim Musa be arrested and charged with material support of terrorism? This is what they're saying. This is what they want to happen. Why did the Democratic Party invite somebody to give the DNC? They was mixing me up with somebody else. Okay. So I suspect we'll see much more of Musa's public statements in support of terrorism from IPT, somebody, and others in the near future. Transcript of Sean Connery with me. I called him a dummy, if y'all remember. I just said, hey man, you're a terrorist. You ought to be something like that. I said, you're a dummy. That's the exact words I used. I said, you're a dummy. Huh? So yeah, didn't you say you like George Bush? Yeah, I like George Bush. George Bush is a good man. I said, you're a fool. You're a dummy. Yeah, so he didn't like that, but it was too late. See, them people, just small-time psychology. But when they called me, first of all, I said, where did you get all this information? He said, well, Mr. Icy said that it would be okay to call you. I said, okay, fine. So they said, we'll get your train ticket, and we'll have somebody escort you over there. I said, is the escort a white woman from 25 to 35 years old? Yes, she is. I said, well, no, I'd do it without that. So I'll get down to the train station or wherever by myself. When I get to the train, There's the white girl. Now the white girl got them legs like that wear the boots and they legs is tight on the boot. That's the white girl. I said, you sit over there. I'm sitting over here. And we sat on the other side of the train. She's supposed to escort. I said, escort her here. Sure. So they already getting antsy because we got a nigga with a white girl, and all niggas like white girls, especially healthy. They done read books on which kind. Not no little petite, skinny white girl, but kind of this, got a little meat on them, So they done read all that. Them boys is scientific on everything they doing. So I get there, and as soon as Sean Hannity come, he says, I guess you're going to say something controversial. So I just said to myself, I said, sure, like what's the Palestinian professor down in Florida? Samuel Arian. You notice they got him that case. They got him that case. I said, sure. I said, it was so ridiculous that I said, boy, these are the dumbest white folks I ever seen in my life. If they think I'm going to come down here to New York and sit up here and, you know what I mean, we're going to get you crackers. We going to, man, look at here. That's why we can beat them doing anything. Technically, they're dummies. And since they've been on top so long, you get stupid, stupider and stupider. You get mean, but you get dumber. You get dumber. You know what I mean? You get dim-witted. Okay, how's America look now? Does it look intelligent and smart and streamlined, or does it look fat, stupid, and dim-witted? Does it have a policy of intellectual characteristics, or does it have a policy, a national and international policy of pure buffoonery? Who knows it? Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Okay, so anyway, yeah.
The biggest news story from that conservative conference was a golden image of Donald Trump, and he had red, white, and blue shorts on and sandals. He was golden.
Right.
So the pushback was that this looks like what happened to the Jews during the time of Moses. That was what I was saying. So that was the whole news story. So it was like, this was a lot. They're going to be hemmed in at what they mock at.
No doubt about it.
Exactly what you've been saying, but this is what we're seeing being played out right in front of our face.
That's what we have to give our people the confidence that they got people that can figure this out already, and they go through a constant upgrade, that they continue to evolve. See, the reason that we did this is because they're killing everybody like this. The reason I know, because all of my friends is like this. They killing them. This is 68. By then, most of the people, by 69, most of the people was bumped. Only Chairman Fred, they had to get him. In 69, they 69 finished up all the officers. Maybe a few got hit in 70, but that was all over. By 71, everything was closed down. Just that fast. Okay, so we had to be aware every diabolical scheme that they directed toward us, we evolved, we survived it, and then we evolved over it until we arrived where we are now. We are not victims anymore. We haven't been victims for years. We're not victims of the stuff that they're doing. They might be our victim by now, because we've beaten them to death. They haven't hit us with nothing. Well, you can get hit, but it don't have no effect on you. Everything they doing, yes, it hits us. Oh, okay, so you don't have nobody to pay rent. You don't have nobody that hits you, but it ain't having no effect. In fact, it's spurring us on to do what before we even get paid in the courts. Before we even get paid in the courts for what they do. And if we don't get paid in the courts, we're not going to lose no sleep. In fact, it might help us because we'll definitely work harder. But imagine the good that we can do now, right now, traveling around the country. See, we did this before, but it was with the Muslims mainly. During that 40 years ago, we traveled all around the country. Okay, they didn't close that off to us, but if they try to close off the black colleges and everything, we'll just be out there passing it out, right? Somebody's going to say, why they won't let you talk in there? Or we're going to go to all the offices and present a package. This is our background. We would like to talk to, the students. We could do a little light course on it, for 3 or 4 days, one after another, or whatever you need or whatever you think would be helpful. But we're here to help. We're here to share what we have basically before it's too late. We're here to help, okay? And we'll mention that we're not Jesse Jackson. We're not Al Sharpton. We're not, what's wrong with them? I said, what do you mean, what's wrong with them? Huh? And then, I'm not going to say nothing about the black lady vice president because they may not be grown enough to handle that yet. And if it's colleges, they may be aspiring for that. But imagine the district attorney that they're going to put you in the penitentiary for your kids running around. That's her. That's dictadora, a female dictator. And they done just polished that child up, and you would think she was the queen of Cathay or the king of homogeneity and all of that. I saw on TV last night. I said, boy, that girl lies so bad. She's going to put everybody in jail 3-4 years ago for your kids running around as if you could do something to a 17-year-old, 260-pound Negro that don't want to go to school. Right? That ain't going to go to school and you got to go to jail or something, whatever she had hooked up. I said, that child is crazy. Now boy, they done blow hair, done really spruce that child up. This is part of what we was made for. The attitude, the history. See, you got to remember, we haven't broken anything in the historical process. We haven't stolen nobody's money. We haven't run off with nobody's girlfriend. We haven't did nothing but what we tried to do, which has generally been good. So they might say that, but it won't make no difference. Pretty soon people will find out, or they will check, or we'll drag in 60,000 witnesses. I don't think there's that many alive anymore. But anyway, this is our time, and this is our mission, is to work with people. Otherwise, they won't have a chance. If we don't get to them quick, this thing is not, we always talk about longevity, But this thing is not acting like it's destined for longevity. In other words, there's a big piece of this wheel going to fall off. There's too many things going wrong. The whole ocean is going wrong. All the air is going wrong. The forests are dying for a zillion reasons, but they're dying. In fact, it's not anything working right. The oceans is getting filled up, the fish are dying, species are being wiped out. So this is our time. I don't want to take too long, but this is from over 10 years ago. This is from 2011. Together we must develop a plan of action and work with missionary zeal to